Shalom, shalom, Yasha'Allah, shalom, this your boy, Brother Shamwa back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called Every Kingdom Divided, right? First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, right? That's all praises, right, to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi, right? And the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have ruled well through the Spirit, and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has put this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. So, like I said, today's lesson is going to be called Every Kingdom Divided. And came across this article from Raw Story. I'm just gonna read a little bit, but the title kind of just gets into it, and then we just go over a couple of scriptures, and Lord's will, this is edifying, right? So this is from Raw Story. It says, Internet shreds Trump after ex-president warns of bloodbath if he loses election. Okay. And this is from 16 hours ago. It says political onlookers took to social media on Saturday to skewer Donald Trump, who said at a rally that there would be bloodshed, or a bloodbath, if he lost to President Joe Biden later this year. It says Trump was speaking at a Buckeye Values PAC rally in Dayton, Ohio, where he flubbed his words several times and was accused of glitching on stage. In the same speech, he also included a line about the bloodbath. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country, the ex-president said, right? And, you just hearing that, you can see how divided this country is, man, right? This society, great Babylon, right? Which Babylon means confusion, man, right? And that's all, that's going on in this place, man. This is the great confusion, and, he's talking about bloodbath, but, the scriptures tell you that it's going to be a bloodbath here in Babylon, ultimately. So, and hey, Lord's will, it is this year, that all this stuff, happens off, like Elder Apostle Tahar, named this year, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, So, let's just get into it, right? Just a couple of scriptures, right? Like I said, not going to be too long. But, Donald Trump says a lot of things, and a lot of stuff, he says, he like he said, he wanted to bring the guillotine back, right? And that's in Revelation, those who were beheaded, right? So let's just get to it. And it's just, a lot of this is just a lot of, to cause confusion, Matter of fact, let's get Slovakia. This app always messing up. I want to go to Matthew 12. And let's go to verse number 25. All right, Matthew chapter 12, verse 25, and it says, And Yahawashi knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right? And then you see in the NLT, it says, Yahawashi knew their thoughts and replied, Any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart, right? Reading on verse 26, it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Right? In the NLT it says, and if Satan is casting out Satan, he is divided. He is fighting against his own self. His own kingdom will not survive. Right? And that's what's happening, in Babylon right now. Right? You have the Republicans versus the Democrats. Right? It does, and this has been going on for since the beginning of probably of this place. Man, they have their oppositions against each other. Just they don't want either one to be in control, and they continue to bicker and battle. And Salaki, that can only go for so long. And you got Trump talking about there shall be bloodshed. And he's talking about it's going to be the uproar because it's going to be the people who choose him versus the people who choose Biden or whoever, and that just having that division in its own, it can't stand, you know, and that's the thing about it, right? They, and we're not ignorant to the devices because you have, movies coming out, I believe either this year or next year. The movie Civil War coming out, right? And it kind of shows it, and goes into what's going on, you know? It kind of goes and shows how, this place is set for it, right? And they do a lot of predictive programming, to show this place, but all we have to do is go into the scriptures and understand this, Matter of fact, let's go to this. This place is, against itself, right? Matter of fact, let's go to verse number 6, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia, and woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sackcloth and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. Right? And we know that modern day Babylon and modern day Egypt is talking about here in America, right? This is modern day Egypt. This is modern day Babylon, right? According to the scriptures. Okay. And it says, gird up, you're in sackcloth because it's in the morning, right? And it says, because your destruction is at hand. Okay. Let's go to, let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, right? And these are the things that are prophesied that's going to be happening. Okay. Let's see. Let's start at verse 14. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Right? The day of Yahawashi is at hand. Right? When these ICBM missiles, soon to hit this place, Babylon, to wipe it off, and turn this place into the lake of fire. Okay. It says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? Because there's going to be all types of uproars, and we've seen many little microcosms of things that happen, little things here and there, in America, right? Even when the jump shot happened, and while people were locked up, people were rioting, people were doing different things, what more when they know that this place is utterly headed for destruction, man, and we're waiting for this, order out of chaos to come upon. They're going to do something that's going to, caused mass chaos amongst the people. You have the economic thing that's going to be shut down, right? Where this paper money is going to be no more. There's all types of things that they have set in place that, we're just waiting, to see. We know that that this place is going to fall. Okay. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, right? And right now, you see in some of these major cities, you see, the army being deployed in some of these places. You got in New York City, they're saying they're deploying, I don't know if it was the military or the police, due to just the things that they have going on in the subway, where they're trying to control, what's going on, and they're just going to make it more prevalent. It was something I saw maybe a couple days ago where it was in a major city where the military was coming into that city, and what for? Hey, they setting up, man, to make this the norm, because when martial law comes, you know, the rights of everybody are going to be gone. Okay. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Right. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right. And this is coming, right now, a lot of people are just walking around. They don't know what's going on. Right. But you have some, Esau, man, they've been preparing for this thing. They stocking up on their ammunition. They stocking up on, all these different things because they know it's about to pop off. And these movies kind of show you, they make these movies to show you kind of what's going to happen before it happens. They do this predictive programming, So, and they're letting you know, right? And you have things like, Trump, telling you that there's going to be a bloodbath if he doesn't get elected, right? Probably even if he does, this stuff is still gonna happen, right? Because the prophecies, have said so, right? Let's see. Let's go to Getting Your Sorrows. Let's see, Salakia. Let's read verse 18, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? Because Ezra, saw the vision of this stuff happening, and you see in verse 17, he says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Right? Because he's seeing what's happening, It says, but all these things, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, Yahawah Shai is judging this place, is judging this place for the things that have happened, And like Yahawashi Shai said, man, this kingdom cannot stand. If it's divided, it cannot stand, right? And the people have, the Esau, man, and his kingdom is greatly divided, to the point, there was one, I know last year where there were two Congress people or somebody in the Congress, and they were getting ready to fight each other, man, right in front of everybody, So these things are all, prophetic, because this is this place kind of imploding within itself, right? And you also see right now you have all these people, from military age men from all these different countries, from like China, right, from Moab, from Ishmael, from Ham, right, and they're all coming into this, and through the border. I seen one where it looked like three Hamites, and they were dressed in dresses, and they had painted their faces to look like they were women, and they showed them with the thing. They were trying to sneak in through the border, right? And they're all of this same age, man, right? Because when this stuff pops off, man, right? I mean, it's gonna be all hell breaking loose up in here, man, right? And that movie, Leave the World Behind, kind of shows you a little bit of what's going on, right? When those flyers were dropped, there was some that were in, I believe, Arabic or something, and then some were in Chinese or something. Just showing you, hey, that they're already in here and they're ready to, help implode this place and bring this place, to naught, right? But it says, but for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth. It says, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? Because, there's going to be, the great tribulation, you got the time of Jacob's trouble, especially for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here in America, man. Jacob's trouble is coming, and during this time, it's gonna be crazy, but you're gonna have the famine of the word. You're gonna have, actual famine, and people are going to be, when people can't feed each other, can't feed their families, and they're going to be kicking in doors, and they're going to be doing all types of just stuff, where it said, a man shall not have pity upon his neighbor, right? Because if your family got to eat, what are you going to do? You're not going to sit there while somebody next door got something. You're going to kick in and take their stuff, This is what's going to be happening, man. It's just going to be mass chaos amongst these streets here in Babylon. A whole lot of confusion, like it says, right? It says, and great confusion, right? In verse 21, right? It says the sword, famine, and great confusion. And Babylon means confusion, you know? So this stuff is is about to get, real crazy. Uh it says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted and the cities shall be cast down, right? And this is, coming, to this place, man, right? It's going to be a whole lot of destruction. This place is divided and this place is going to fall. Like, let's get that. Let's go to Revelation, right? Matter of fact, let's go to Revelation 14. 14 and 8, right? And it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? So this place is destined to fall. This place divided is surely shall not stand, and not only is it she gonna catch it from within, but from without, right? Because the scriptures tell you that these other nations are going to be angry, like it says here, because Babylon has made these other nations to drink of the wine of her of the wrath of her fornication, right? Have made them follow her ways, and and the scriptures liken Babylon to a whore, and she has, had them to come out and, to partake in her ways, Um, let's see. Let's go to verse 18 was which I was trying to go to, Salakia. 18. And let's hear about it. Let's go to Salakia. I was trying to find it. 21. Here we go. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 21. It says, "And the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." Right? Because, this place, was built on destruction and death. And guess what? It has to come to them, right? That's why it says, verse number 6, it says, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double." You're going to give her double. This place is going to get double, right? And this place is going to go down, with a great destruction, And the scriptures tell you that in 1 hour, this place is going to, it's going to be destroyed, right? Verse 10, it says, "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is judgment come," right? So for in 1 hour, this place is going to be utterly destroyed, by those ICBM missiles from the other nations, which are angry, at the whore. And of course, Yahawashi and the angels and the chariots, are coming to bring utter destruction to this place, man, so that this place is utterly destroyed and shall be no more. Let's go to Jeremiah, right? Let's get another one. Jeremiah 51. Let's see, is this it? In 29. And it says, Jeremiah 51 and 29, it says, "And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without habitation," right? Inhabitant, right? So this place is going to be utterly desolate and destroyed. Like John the Revelator saw. He saw this place like the lake of fire, right? Because there was so many, nuclear missiles that hit this place and basically destroyed this place. And it just looked like a whole lake of fire, from one coast to the other coast, from one border of it to the other border. It's going to be utterly wasted, right? So just understand that, man. Like this place is, is destined for destruction, The prophecies have spoken it, and it's coming to pass, So, when he says bloodshed, it's coming. We know it's coming, right? The scriptures tell us, The scriptures tell us. Revelation 18, and it doesn't matter if it's him or if it's somebody else. Hey, this place is coming down, right? Let's see. Here we go. Revelation 18 and verse 7, it says, "How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow," right? And actually, you look up the word of queen, I believe it means whore, right? It says, "And shall see no sorrow." It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine," right? "And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, thy power, who judgeth her." Right? So bloodshed is coming, whether if it's then or if it's later, right? This is coming, because Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi has spoken it against this place, and this place is going to be utterly destroyed. Right? So, Lord's with us was edifying, right? I want to just give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. A mighty shalom to the elect, right? To the 144,000 men. We're singing that same song, right? 12,000 from each tribe. And to the rest of the elect, stay diligent, stay focused, keep enduring, keep praying for one another, right? Keep watching, and prophesying against this great kingdom, man, for death and destruction, and the bloodshed, of this place, man, is coming. You know, you don't need Trump to tell you, right? All you got to do is go in these scriptures and see it for yourself, right? So with that, I want to say shalom.